Hi, we're here at the Farmington Hills City Hall for the 5th round of the Farmington Hills Public Art Program. Tonight we are celebrating the opening of our 2019-2020 Public Art Program with nearly 90 pieces of work created by 63 artists. And we invite you to stop by City Hall during regular business hours and take a look at all the great artwork here.
So all the work that I do is based on Norse mythology. So most people think of the Vikings as the era that I'm dealing with, 9th to 11th century. It's not replication, but it's being inspired by that culture and by that mythology.
My piece is made from recycled metal. It's titled Cocoon. It depicts my opening up after I retired from General Motors and discovering my artist side of myself. So it has a natural patina of rust on the outside, and inside is a beautiful powder coat of aquamarine, which represents kind of my new birth, or as I call my life 2.0.
I pretty much call it abstract expressionism. All of my pieces are unplanned from start to finish. And I just sort of allow my feelings to choose where the painting is going to take me. I think it's important to have public art displays because I think art essentially at its root is humanity. It helps connect other people, and it is our form on something that is visible. So a lot of the things that we go through, sometimes there is not really the right words or the right thing to explain it, but art is sort of that vessel, that medium that is allowed to give the connection from one person to another.
The piece over here is a very interesting one because it's like pretty much it shows with the dynamic of the flow of the colors, the mountains, and the mountain rouge is usually kind of, it's linked to me because I'm originally from Armenia. It's quite a bit of a history behind that. I mean, as we know, 1915 Armenian genocide and Mount Ararat, which this is. So it became part of the Turkey region. So, and this is nostalgic type of a look to the Mount Ararat.
Yeah, so this is called a Kathakali, and Kathakali is one of the famous dance forms from India. That is also called a Kathakali, and the unique part of this art form and the reason behind choosing this particular art form as my artwork is not only the colors, I mean a lot of colors, but also a good example of pattern, and at the same time it's a good example of balance as well.
Well, I call this one Keyternity, and it is acrylic on stretched canvas, and I did it in grays, blacks, and whites. It's important to me because I'm just starting out, and I was really kind of nervous about displaying my art, but people, friends and family kept telling me that I was a good artist, and I had to get it in my mind that I was, so I decided to submit a couple of pieces, like 5 pieces, to this event, and 2 of them were selected. I was really proud.
It's organic, inspired by nature, primarily botanical and insects or microscopic imagery. I'm always interested in patterns in nature and how patterns in nature repeat.
This is a great program because it really beautifies City Hall. I will tell you, just on a personal note, I said something to Rachel because as the art from the previous show had come down, was starting to come down, I walked into the community room and went, the walls are bare. What's wrong? This place, and it really is noticeable to see the difference, the stark difference between us having these beautiful works around the community, and we also have some over at the Caustic Center. We've got other artworks in other places, and it really truly beautifies it.
Well, these are two paintings from my collage series. They both have social issues that I've talked to. This one being, this is from the Paris, Springtime in Paris Climate Conference from 2015. And so this addresses the climate issues. And then this one is about Africa and the panning for the diamonds and gold, and how the people still live in abject poverty, and that there's that 1% over there that live in the big houses.
These two pieces are about, that's kind of cool. They're about wildlife and birds and surviving in a time when surviving is a challenge. And I think even as people, we could relate to some of the same issues that wildlife are facing. It's a little bit of science and a little bit of nature mixed together.
My work is colored pencil, and it's called Tiger and Water, quote unquote.
Okay, this is a portrait of Cecilia and her cello, and it's a little different from some of my usual portraits. It's not as realistic, but I think that this kind of explains Cecilia's love of the cello, and the shoes are her personality, so it's the whole thing kind of wraps up into a portrait of who Cecilia is. She's one of my favorite people. It's the second portrait I've done of her, and we really enjoyed it. Well, I think it's amazing that the city of Farmington Hills will do this, to display all this artwork and give artists an opportunity to show the public what they do. And it's great for the people who work here that they can see all this artwork, and the people that visit City Hall also are exposed to many different types of art.
If you're an artist and you're interested in exhibiting your work at City Hall or any of our other locations, please contact us.